support money failed.
No, I'm fine. Tired, but fine.
Imra, this is Kara Danvers. Supergirl.
I can't believe it's really you.
Kara, this is Imra Ardeen. My wife.
Hey, we beat her for now. Thanks for fighting alongside us.
It was an honor.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, Kara. I was really worried about you. When you didn't wake up. I still care about you.
I know.
It's great fighting with you again.
Yeah.
I miss that.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Supergirl Season 3, Episode 13, 14, 15, 16, after the very disappointing episode that we had this week, where the only interesting thing in the whole episode was that Kara somehow had some psychic connection with Purity because she had a nightmare at the start scene. She was Purity, then right at the end of the episode, Wynn found a bunch of people and she knew who Purity was. So obviously if they're genetically modified Kryptonians, Kara Zor-El has some kind of connection to her like she does with Rain. So hopefully in this coming week's episode, the plot is going to have to thicken a lot because we're going to meet Rain properly, we're going to meet Purity properly, and it's going to be a massive fight between Rain, the heroes, and Purity, which is going to be quite interesting. And then obviously after this week's episode, the show is going to go on a 9-week break, which I think they're going to retcon a lot of things are done, because obviously the Andrew Kreisberg situation, and I know they can say production issues, but I'm not buying that. The CW's been doing these shows for so long. They've been doing it for over 6 years, with Arrow starting obviously in season 6 to the 6th in. So I'm not buying that it's going to be production issues. They're going to have to retcon some of the storyline. I just hope it doesn't actually ruin the overall season. So there is lots of rumors and speculation out there. Someone on Twitter, which is really interesting, with the handler Secret Spoiler. I've spoken to a few people, and generally if you look at what they've been saying, they're called Secret Spoiler on Twitter. I'm not going to hide the source because it's just a rumor. If you look at what they've been saying, they actually have been spot on. So they are saying that there's going to be a big twist, that Mon-El didn't come back in time for Kara. He actually came back in time for Imran's sister, and us, we guys here at Warstu channel already think that this relationship was an arranged relationship. It's for political reasons, but obviously they have this kind of massive plot hole being that from the future they need Mon-El's DNA. I think there's a lot of things fishy about this kind of, we need the DNA so we can't get hurt, because obviously they're going to go back to the future at some point. Obviously in my last video it did quite well when I went over Amy Jackson saying that she's like a big fan of Karamel, and there's a massive twist coming up in next week's episode. So I presume she's actually referring to episode 13 because they're going on a 9-week break. So there is going to be a massive cliffhanger, and this person also says this: Mon-El will talk about his relationship to John Jones and that he still has feelings for Kara. I played a clip at the start, we already know this, and that's what he's been told. And it also says that Mon-El is going to reassure Imra that he still loves her even though he's got feelings for Kara, which actually means he's in love with Imra but also in love with Kara. So there's going to be a love triangle. The CW Supergirl show loves these relationship triangles. I'm just glad that Jimmy Olsen's not in it. So apparently next, this up and coming episode, which is literally 2 days after recording this, obviously Saturday, Sunday, yeah, so 2 days after recording this, we're going to find out a lot more information. But what is interesting is this bit here, is episode 13, we're going to be introduced to Wynn's mother. I don't know why that's going to be actually interesting, because Win is a side character, so I don't really get that, so let's skip over that. But during episode 15, it's a Karamel centric episode called Search of Lost Time, which you could infer to means that Karamel are going to get back together. But what is the most hilarious thing here is Mon-El is going to be training Kara. Mon-El is going to be training Supergirl. Supergirl is more powerful than him, and if you remember when Saturn Girl and Mon-El tried to take out Rain, but they couldn't. It ended up in Supergirl coming her and injecting her into bloodstream with some kryptonite. So let me get this straight, guys. Mon-El is going to be training Kara, when in season 2 it was Kara training Mon-El. Now I see what you're doing, guys, but realistically, yes, Mon-El's been to the future for 7 years, but except for the flight ring and landing to fly, I'm sorry, Karamel fans, he is useless still. He can't fight. He was actually stronger when he first came out in his very first episode when he attacked, and he could jump so high it appeared that he could fly. So it's just pretty funny. I mean, there's going to be a major twist. Imra's sister, I mean, why would Imra's sister be lost in our timeline? So if he came back in time to, like, he promised Imra that he would help find his sister. So if they really came back in time for his sister, what is Imra's sister's relevance? Is she part of the Legion of Superheroes? I mean, I did look, I don't think like Saturn Girl has a sister. I did a bit of kind of comic book research. I couldn't find any sister, so I think this, like, it's good when they kind of add things to comic book stuff, because the problem people have is if it's just comic book accurate, you actually know everything. So guys, let me know in the comment box down below, what is this Imra sister plot going to be, and what is the major twist? I think the major twist is the future isn't as bad as what they are saying, and it's a political relationship, because you've seen no evidence. Saturn Girl and Mon-El actually have no chemistry. They don't seem to be doing anything with each other. They don't hold hands, they don't kiss, they do nothing, they don't have wedding rings, they have absolutely nothing to imply they're together, which is a bit odd. Now I know that Saturn Girl, played by Amy Jackson, is going to be in and out of this show because she was filming a few days ago, but now she's back in LA, so yeah, she's going to be recurring. And what I think would be absolutely epic is if the tease that's coming this week, the cliffhanger, is that Saturn Girl says to Mon-El that she is pregnant, and boom, we're on a 9-week break. 9-week break, Saturn Girl is pregnant, and that will be the major cliffhanger, or possibly have that right at the end of the season. But if they're going to have to do that, then it would have to be the case that she's going to come back in season 4. But seeing as it's not actually been confirmed for season 4, I don't think they'll do that. So what do you think the twist could be with the relationship? There's definitely a twist because of like Amy Jackson's constant comments saying you'll find out soon. It's gonna have to be this episode because we're going on a 9-week break after this. But like I've said, guys, it's just rumors. It's just coming from secret spoiler on Twitter handler. But it's going to be very interesting because this topic is really hot. I don't know why it's really hot. I've had multiple videos blow up, do pretty well for the size of this small channel. Like two videos over 50,000 views. So it's a very hot topic. But what actually could be interesting is in episode 16, rumoredly, it's going to be where the third world killer could come in. Now, what happens if Imra's sister actually turns out to be the third world killer? But that's just a kind of theory, guys. This is pure theory. I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but it's a pure theory video based on some rumors. So guys, let me know in the comment box down below, what do you think this massive kind of marriage relationship is? Because this whole season, when it comes to the relationship, is based around Mon-El's relationship, which is kind of interesting. I hope the purity storyline is going to thicken the plot after the disappointing episode we got this week when literally nothing happened. We didn't even see Saturn Girl. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and I will catch you guys in another video. But first, join Team Warstu, and I will catch you guys in the comment section. See ya later.